Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Now Jackson on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Hot.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for Kansas City, DeAnthony Thomas. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear. That's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And on the ground they go with a running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Terrell Suggs in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On second down, Montgomery fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the gun on third down, Jackson brought in left side by Snead. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Jackson now off the bootleg. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Hot.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Off the bootleg, Jackson. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of the game for Crabtree. It's a first down. Play action. It's Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And now here comes Kansas City. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Green. Blue 45. Blue 45.
And they'll run it here. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, Mahomes throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
There we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Green, 90.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he rifles one incomplete. Amara Darboh, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And a little floater there is incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Terrell Suggs in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We got 4. All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Play action. Now Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
If the post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gains often result.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
On 2nd down, Collins. And some space here. 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Open man is Amara Darboh, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. On the crossing route, complete. It's Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. Mahomes now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
Mahomes now to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90. Ace, ace.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90. 36.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Kelsey out in the slot right. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. D. Ford in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Thomas. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go now.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. To the right side, it's Kelsey. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Going to need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Here's a first down run with Collins. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Chris Jones on the stop.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That is incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That's complete to Darboh. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On first down, Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Blue.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the kick by Butker is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to go deep for Conley. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Collins. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Jackson from the shotgun. And able to find Conley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a give to Collins. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mahomes now on 1st down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Blue 45.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Let's take it inside his own 40. A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Jackson on first down. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They run with Collins, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! Hot! Hot!
Now Jackson on second down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
We got three. Set! Green 39! Green 39!
The give left side to Collins. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Hot! 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 Run! There we go. Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot! Hot!
From the gun, Jackson caught here by Conley. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on fourth down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot!
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Watch it, Jay. Watch it. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Hot!
They pitch it out to Montgomery. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
This is Collins on the handoff. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Alex Collins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Busts through the tackle. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their two-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Mahomes now on first down. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play, and it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Looking downfield for Kelsey. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Butker on for the PAT. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And again, it's Collins. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Ravens on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Throwing is Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And off comes to Montgomery. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Collins. Oh, no, he lost the football. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Ravens on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Now Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, you got 3. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
Set. 319. 319.
Here's Jackson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he fires one incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to let it. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Here we go now.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep down. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And that one results in 35 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes now to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
One final try from Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Baltimore, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye.